Chapter 2, Liquid Courage. This is how it starts. An introduction, a handshake, a first date, a work conference, maybe even a childhood memory. Happy faces, laughing around a table. Someone raises a glass. Screen glitches. Next frame, the same faces, twisted in hate, fistfights and shouts and broken glass. But who cares about a little damage on the first night? What's a little pain between friends? A light switch turned off. Next frame, the same friends stumbling in the darkness. One stumbles too far and falls. Broken bones, a bloodied knee. Another helps him up, but only to push him back down. Broken nose, a cracked tooth, and what's a few scars between friends? A bandaged cut. Next frame, the same friends. One throws up, face down in a toilet. Another pulls him up, spitting into the bowl, then throws him back down. Broken heart, a sob. And what's a broken heart between friends? A lullaby. Next frame, the same friends. One has closed his eyes forever. The other drinks up, raising his glass high. Broken dreams, ashes. Nothing is sacred to liquid courage. Nothing is safe. Nothing is off limits. But the cruelest trick of liquid courage is not what it makes you do to strangers. It's what it makes you do to the people you love. A mother and daughter laugh at a dinner table. The mother raises a glass of wine. Screen glitches. Next frame, the same mother, red-faced and screaming at her daughter. Glass shattering against the wall. Love is no protection. Blood is no shield. Marriage vows, family ties, childhood bonds, none of it matters. Once the demon grips you, it will use you to destroy the very people you swore to protect. A father comes home from the bar. His son runs to greet him. But the embrace turns into a shove. The boy hits the floor. A wife pours her husband a drink to celebrate their anniversary. By midnight, she's hiding in the bathroom, clutching her phone, whispering to 911. A brother invites his sister to a party. They laugh, they drink, they dance. But the demon whispers, and his hands go where they should not. A mother rocks her baby to sleep with a glass of wine in her hand. She wakes up hours later on the couch, the baby still crying in the crib, alone, forgotten. Quick glitching cuts. A child crying on the floor, a woman with a bruised cheek, a girl pushing her brother away, a baby reaching from a crib. Each scene fades into static. We turn father into monster. We turn lover into stranger. We turn brother into predator. We turn mother into ghost. This is the betrayal. The demon does not just feed on your body. It feasts on your family. It devours trust. It poisons the bonds that make you human. Until every home feels haunted, and every love feels dangerous. A row of houses in black and white. Each window flickers with shadows, fighting, screaming, breaking glass. One house catches fire. The flames spread across the neighborhood, swallowing all, and you still call it liquid courage. Chapter 3, Intoxication. This is where it takes hold. Where the casual drinker turns into the binge drinker. Where the weekend warrior becomes the daily drinker. Where you start making excuses. It began with 2 drinks. I could handle my liquor, so why not 3 more? One more story to tell, one more joke to make, one more song to sing. But the demon took 3 drinks and became 10. The room spinning, faces lost focus. My head pounding, but what's a little pain if you can feel alive? And then liquid courage was not just in your glass, it was under your skin. It was in your blood. It was in your bones. It owned you. And you would do anything to make it happy. And it wanted everything. The demon said, empty your wallet. How much do you have left? The demon said, steal from your loved ones. They won't miss it. The demon said, "Smash that mirror. Show me your beautiful new scars." The demon said, "Burn it all down. Let's watch the world burn, black and white." A close-up of a burning building, zoom out to reveal a city block. Explosions flash, windows shatter, cars crash, sirens blare. People stumble around like mindless zombies. Buildings explode. Glass rains from the sky. A man staggers through the wreckage, holding a flaming bottle. He looks up at the camera and smiles. Chapter 4. Addiction. This is where you lose control. Where the binge drinker becomes the alcoholic. Where the daily drinker becomes the drunkard. Where you start begging for mercy. It begins small. A missing wallet, a borrowed car, keys to the kingdom. But the demon is never satisfied with scraps. It whispers more. It demands blood. It commands, burn it all down. A liquor store window shattered. A shadowy figure crawls inside. Cut to a man taking jewelry from his mother's neck. A teenage boy stealing from his own uncle in an alley. The possessed don't just drink. They hunt. They rob their neighbors. They steal from their children. They stab their best friends. They hurt their lovers. And the world excuses it with one word: drunk. But drunk is only the mask. Behind the mask is the demon. We are not satisfied with hangovers. We want carnage. We want chaos. We want you to beg us to stop while you pour another glass. A drunk driver on the highway crosses the yellow line. 5 coffins by sunrise. A house party turns into a free-for-all when a fistfight escalates to knives. A man empties his weapon into his own brother during a bar argument no one remembers. A mother leaves her baby in the car while she dances inside a nightclub until dawn. Every crime, every tragedy, every scream in the night, another toast to the spirit demons. Rapid montage. Police lights. Blood on the sidewalk. A crying child in the back seat of a car. A bartender wiping a glass, smirking with black eyes. And when whole families fall, communities follow. Liquor becomes the heartbeat of the block. Every corner store a temple. Every dive bar an altar. Every home a battlefield. A city block in grayscale. Bars and liquor stores glow red while the houses around them crumble. People stagger in the streets like hollow-eyed zombies. A wedding turns into a funeral when the groom never makes it home. A birthday ends with sirens after the candles are blown out. A funeral becomes a second funeral when mourners drink to the dead, and one more joins them before dawn. The demon spreads like fire. One bottle, one block, one city at a time. We do not need wars. We do not need bombs. We do not need plagues. We only need you to keep drinking. This is escalation. The stage where liquid courage burns every bridge, empties every wallet, fills every morgue, and leaves entire neighborhoods haunted. And you still raise your glass. You still call it a party, but the demons call it conquest. A bar filled with cheering people. The screen glitches. Their glasses are filled with black tar. Their laughter becomes screams. The sound cuts to static. Chapter 5. The warning. You thought it was just a drink. You thought it was just fun. A way to loosen up. A way to celebrate. A way to forget. But the truth is darker. Every sip was a deal. Every swallow was a signature. Every bottle was a contract written in your own blood. A beer glass fills in slow motion. Instead of foam, black smoke rises. The smoke forms clawed hands reaching up from the glass. And don't think you're safe because you only drink sometimes. Don't think you're safe because you can handle it. Don't think you're safe because it's legal. The demon doesn't need a bottle to kill you. It only needs one sip, one bad night, One mistake. One moment when you let your guard down, and then it's inside you. We don't need addiction. We only need access. We don't need years. We only need seconds. We don't need all of you. We only need enough to make you ours. The next time you raise a glass, ask yourself, who's really drinking? Is it you, or is it them? The next time you see a fight at a bar, a crash on the highway, a bruise on a child's face, don't just blame the alcohol. Blame what was hiding inside it. Because spirits don't just live in bottles. They live in you. And once they're inside, they will not let go until you are on your knees, in a cell, in a coffin, or in the ground. Rapid montage. A drunk driver's car flipped on the highway. A mother crying with a bruise on her cheek. A coffin lowered into the ground. Each flickers with static and fades to black. We are courage. We are violence. We are chaos. We are death. We are the spirits in your spirits. And we are already in your glass. Drink up. But remember, this liquid courage doesn't make you brave. It makes you a body for us. A final shot of a glass raised for a toast. The screen glitches violently. The glass shatters in slow motion. Fade to black, static, silence.